Hello guys, and welcome back to our series of how to make a custom zombie map from start to finish. So, in the previous video I showed you how to put the necessities into a map. So like where your players spawn, and the zombies, and these path notes for where they walk. If you did not watch the last video, you'll be fairly lost in this one, so please watch the videos before this. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to show you is how to put Bible doors and Bible guns into your map. So what we want to do here is drag over this doorway, and as you can see it overlaps there, so we're going to want to bring it down a little bit. And doors, I usually don't keep my doors as thick as the walls, so I'll hit 2 on my keyboard and I'll drag it in just 1 on each side. Oh, it's a little bit skinnier. We'll go texture, usage, door. That's a pretty fancy door. Looks fairly nice. So we're gonna hit S, fit, so it fits to our brush here. Sometimes when you hit done, it doesn't fit it, so you just gotta go back and do it again. There we go. Next thing you're gonna do is right click, hit script, brush model. So when I hit escape here, you'll see that's blue versus black. I'm gonna reselect it and hit N. So we'll call this one, to start out actually, for your key, you're going to want to type in script underscore link to, go down and hit 1 for your value. Then we will go spawn flags, go down 1. Then we will go target name, and remember for doors even, your target name can be whatever you want it to be. So we'll have it be door 1. And then there are some other, that's all you really need for the door to actually work. But if you want some other cool stuff in there, you can. So for example, we'll go script FXID. Actually, I don't want that one. We'll go script poltergeist, and poltergeist is spelled weird, so it's script underscore POLTERGEIST. And then we'll go to our value, and we will do, what is it? Oh, never mind. I kind of forgot what that one was. So we'll go script, sorry about that guys, underscore FXID. For your value, you will do large underscore ceiling underscore dust, and hit enter. Alright, so now that that's all done, we'll right click and do script struct. So now we got this, and I usually have my doors disappear in the wall. You can have it disappear wherever you want to, but I think it looks more realistic this way. So first thing we'll do is hit N, and if you remember earlier, that script link to, we had it be 1, and that's very important because for the script struct, we're gonna have it be called script underscore link name, and this one's gonna be called 1. Now when I hit enter, we can see there's a line attaching them. Okay, that's very important. If you don't see that line, that means you did something wrong, and go back in the video and figure out what you did wrong, please. So that door has enough room, we're just going to drag it further down the wall. I have it parallel horizontally and side to side. So now, next thing we'll want to do is create a trigger in front of the door. So we're going to draw a brush over it, and make sure it's big enough. We're going to right click and go trigger use. So now it turned it into a trigger. So we're going to hit N to bring up this window. First thing we're going to type in is target name, and then for your value you will be zombie, and this is very important, it has to be zombie underscore debris, and hit enter. And for your next thing, it will be zombie underscore cost, and this is how much your door will cost. So, and this can be anything, so it can be 100, 250, 500, 750, 1000, 1250, 1500, 1750, or 2000. So for this one we'll go 1500. And there are ways to go above 2,000 or make whatever price you want it to be, which I can show you in some other videos. Just post down in the comments if you guys would like me to do that. Otherwise, it'll be something I'll get to a ways away from now. So the next thing we will do is go to target, and this is where your target name on your door is important. And then we will do door 1. Now you can see there's a little blue line here, so if I drag this out, you have a blue line there connecting it, and that's very important. So we'll just drag it back to where I want it. 1 second, guys, I got a call. Sorry about that, guys. I got interrupted once again during my video making. Curse them! Anyhow, so we have just created a usable door that you can buy in-game. That's all there is to it. Now, the next thing we want to do, so let's give it a little objective, so why we would want to buy the door. And for that reason, we'll make a gun out here that the player can buy. So, what we'll do for that is go over here, and we'll create a brush, put it in the wall here a little bit, drag this up. And what you want to do for this one is make sure it's sticking out on one side of your wall but not the other. So we're gonna go to textures, locale, tools, and sometimes they won't show up because on your texture usage you have door selected. Just select that to all. Okay, and then we'll go to no draw decal right there. And we're going to want to right click this side, and we'll go to textures, locale, decal. Now I don't really know what gun we should do. I suppose we could do the Thompson. That's always a good gun. So for your Thompson, now these are some missing chalk textures that you can download from ZombieMine.com, because otherwise you won't have them, and it's really useful to have them, trust me. So we'll just try and find the Thompson texture here, wherever that may be. MP40, wherever, right there, beautiful. So we'll go S fit. There we go. So now that that's all good, I just want to hit escape. Now you can see that's on the wall. So next thing we want to do is go to script, model, and if you just want a model on your map that you're not going to do anything special to, just hit misc model. Now this is in my prefab section right now, so I'm going to hit this. I'm going to go to Call of Duty World at War. We're going to want to scroll down to raw, scroll down to X model, and here's all your models. If you go through them, you can see there's a little preview image of most of them. But in this case, we're going to want to go down to the Thompson. So we'll go to Weapon, USA, Thompson SMG. Open that up. So there's a Thompson. I'm going to Shift D to rotate it here. Now, as you can see, the texture is kind of big for the Thompson, so what you're going to want to do is just go ahead and fit it to it. So this can be kind of a process, but it's easy enough to do. Fits. Okay, that's pretty good. Drag that in a little bit, hit fit. It's pretty good. We'll drag that down. Fit. It's a little too low, so we're going to go up one. Okay, that's good. And then we'll drag this butt end in. We'll fit that. Drag it back a little bit. Fit. Alright, so I'm going to have to mess around. You just kind of mess around with it until you get it to fit. And I'm kind of a perfectionist. Sorry about that, but just who I am, man. There we go. That's close enough, I think. You can always move the gun too. And now it's not aligned. Curse me. There. Okay, we're done. Not messing with it. Okay, so that's kind of high on the wall, so I'm just gonna lower that down here. That's good enough. And then we'll want to create a texture over it, or a brush here. And we'll go trigger, where is it? Trigger use. And then we'll go target name, and for your value, weapon underscore upgrade, enter. For your key, you'll go zombie underscore weapon underscore upgrade. Then for your value, this will be the weapon file name, and there is a list. If you go into Google and type in custom COD wiki, go into there and go into the Nazi zombie section and click on buyable walls, or not buyable walls, buyable guns, and there will be a whole list of guns in there and it has their weapon file name, so you'll just put it right in there and then it'll do everything for you. So that's done. And last but not least, we are going to want to click the texture or the trigger, then the gun, hit W. I don't know if I did that right. So I'm just going to double check with my stockpile map, which is why we kept it. As you can see, they put a gun right here. Yeah, I did that right. So you'll just go to your trigger and then select your gun model and then hit W, and it will link it as we saw here. And make sure that red line appears, otherwise you did something wrong. Now, in my case scenario, let's check time here real quick. I already made a prefab of some guns, which I'll show you how to do, which can be very useful. It just saves you some time, that way you don't have to mess around with all that stuff. So in that, for me, I would go to MISC prefab, and this is the folder I made, prototype weapons, and these are all ones that I made, so I wouldn't have to mess around with them later. So I'm gonna go to rifles. Let's go with the M1 carbine. So you can see this is what a prefab is. It's already done for you, which is real nice for later on. So that's all there is to that one. And when you put a prefab in your map, if you want to edit it without changing the actual prefab save file, you click on your prefab and then you click this called stamp. So I stamp it in, and now I can move the individual parts around, as you can see here. And so that is how you put buyable doors and buyable guns into your map. And so last but not least, we're just going to put a random box in, because everyone loves a random box. We're going to MISC prefab. We'll go down to zombie mode and look for where'd it go? Treasure chest dot map. So here's your random box. Put it right here. Let's drag this down a little bit. And there you have it. There is your random box. And if you want a rifles cabinet, like they have in Nocturne Tone, we'll go to MISC prefab. Go into zombie mode. And we'll look for give me 1 second here. Vending. I'm not exactly sure on the name, as you can probably see. Okay, well, I can't find it, so I'm not exactly sure where it is. So we'll just skip that part, shall we? So here is your zombie map so far. I think we're about done. I'm gonna show you the map itself is done, so that's nice. I'm just gonna show you some little extra things that can help out when testing your map and something you can mess around with if you want to. So check that out in the next video. This one is done and out.